Units 7 to 9.
Homework.
Listening.
Here's the sunscreen, Ellie.
Oh, thanks, Claire. This vacation is so relaxing. I don't want to go back to work, especially after what happened on Friday.
What happened?
Well, I brought some leftover fish for lunch, but when I heated it in the microwave, I pressed the button for 10 minutes instead of 1 minute.
Oh, no!
Yeah. Then I left the lunchroom to get my coffee cup from my desk.
Oh, you shouldn't have left the lunchroom.
I know. And then I stopped by our IT office to ask if my new computer had arrived. I shouldn't have stayed so long. Anyway, I was talking to them and I completely forgot about my fish in the microwave. It started burning. I mean, really smoking.
Someone should have turned the microwave off when your food started burning.
Yeah, that would have been thoughtful. So when I finally got back, I saw people leaving the lunchroom holding their noses and looking sick.
Oh, no! That's awkward.
Oh, it was awful. It smelled terrible all day. I was so embarrassed. I almost burst into tears.
Did anyone say anything to you?
The office manager did. She said, "You shouldn't have cooked fish in the lunchroom. Don't ever do that again."
She shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, she's new.
That's no excuse. She was rude. You should have made a joke about it, though. Right away, I would have said, "It smells bad now, but don't worry, I'm going on vacation next week."
Yeah, I should have said that. Everyone would have been amused.
But then again, I wouldn't have been so upset. It was just a mistake.
Exactly.
Listening plus.
Changing the way land is used today will change the way we get our food in the future. Meet Dan and Andrew. They're from Omaha, Nebraska. In the past, people in Nebraska used to grow their own food very near the city. Now, however, most of what is grown there is not for people to eat. To help their community, Dan and Andrew want to find out how healthy food can be grown closer to where most people live in the cities. So, they're going on a road trip to find out about urban farming projects in cities around the USA. Their first stop is Detroit. Over the years, Detroit's population has fallen, leaving many unused spaces behind. People living here today live in a food desert. They can easily buy junk food, but they have limited access to affordable, good-quality fresh food. Here at the Brother Nature Farm, they're trying to help overcome that problem.
Welcome to the Brother Nature Farm. My name's Greg, and this is a 1-acre salad farm. We tend to grow things that you just can't get at the store.
So, a space which would have stayed empty is being used to supply the locals with much-needed, fresh, healthy produce. Back in Nebraska, there's also a lot of unused land. If urban farms were developed there, they could do the same for people in their community. The next stop is New York City. Surely here, with the dense population, there isn't any extra space. Or is there? Brooklyn Grange is a working rooftop farm. They grow fresh, organic vegetables, which stores and restaurants in the city can
We're here
have
in Long Island
delivered
City,
right
Queens,
to their door.
sitting on a 1-acre rooftop farm.
But it's such a new idea that some people find it hard to believe.
This is not a hobby. This is not something quaint.
The quality of the food is helping others to take the idea seriously.
As soon as they taste our food, that's when they realize this is really good produce.
If there were green rooftops in every city, it would mean more fresh food. and an improvement in the air quality at the same time. Dan and Andrew already have some great ideas to take back home to Nebraska, but perhaps they should have started their journey sooner, as they still have many more places to visit.
Pronunciation. Listen to parts of the conversation again. Are shouldn't have and wouldn't have reduced or unreduced? Choose the correct answer. 1,
Oh, you shouldn't have left the lunchroom.
2,
And then I stopped by our IT office to ask if my new computer had arrived. I shouldn't have stayed so long.
3,
The office manager did. She said, "You shouldn't have cooked fish in the lunchroom."
4,
She shouldn't have said anything.
5,
I wouldn't have been so upset. It was just a mistake.
Reading.
Mind your manners. These people were in uncomfortable situations. What should they have done? Diego went to lunch with a new coworker because he wanted to make her feel welcome. Later, when the bill came, the coworker looked confused. Diego felt uncomfortable paying for both meals. It wasn't a date, but maybe she didn't have enough money.
Kim saw a painting in an art gallery. She said, "That is terrible." The woman next to her was shocked and said, "That's my painting. You're so rude." Kim wanted to take back her criticism, but it would have been dishonest.
Ben's roommate, Dean, often drank Ben's coffee without asking. When Ben complained, Dean said he would buy more. But Dean's replacement coffee tasted bad. Ben yelled at Dean, "You're inconsiderate." Dean was so hurt that he gave the landlord his notice, and he moved out the next month.
The greener the better.
The number of people living in cities has been rising year after year. Today, over half of the world's population lives in urban areas. As a result, many cities have had valuable green spaces removed to accommodate the extra people. This is worrying, as these green areas would have been useful in many ways. They would have improved people's health by making air quality better and providing outdoor space for relaxation and exercise. They would have helped fight climate change by reducing carbon levels and urban temperatures. And they would have provided homes for wildlife, such as birds and bees. Thankfully, many cities are now doing the opposite and developing projects to create more green spaces. One example is the High Line in New York. This 2.3-kilometer-long public park was built on a disused rail line. When the train service stopped, the plan was to have the elevated railway demolished. Fortunately, however, the public fought to save the structure. The park has over 500 types of plants and trees, as well as many artworks and design features. Each year, around 5 million visitors appreciate this wonderful green space. Another project is the Parc Rive de Seine in Paris. What used to be busy multi-lane expressways on either side of the river have been closed to vehicle traffic. In their place are now 7 kilometers of pathways and parkland for pedestrians and cyclists to enjoy. There are also outdoor sports facilities, art installations, and performance spaces. Another feature is the floating garden, which is 5 islands, each growing different plants and flowers. By 2050, it is expected that over 2/3 of the world's population will live in urban areas. If more creative projects like these were introduced, it would ensure more clean, green urban spaces for future generations.
As always, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. And before you go, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and click that tiny bell. And don't forget to check out some of our other videos on the channel. On to the next time.